Oh yeah. Well, we've been how can we've been touring America since 2007, non-stop. There was a tour that we did. I don't remember. I'm very bad with dates. I bought my watch in 1980 and threw it on the engineer. Well, anyway, we've been touring, and there was a tour that we did like 30 shows in 32 days. We covered 17,000 miles in a van. It was like from top Canada to the other side of Canada and the full, all the, east and west coast and, middle Miami. It was amazing. And since then, we've been touring every year. This year, I don't know what's going to happen. We were getting ready to, but unfortunately, we're in quarantine.
I was trying to think of how to describe the importance of your band in Brazil, a comparison to something comparable here. What would it be? I mean, how would you describe your music to American audiences who don't know you, and the influence of your band?
I don't know. I think the our band has been always like somehow underground. We don't have one golden or platinum album or anything like that. We never really play too much on radio or this, but we have a huge following. Maybe like the Grateful Dead or something like that. It is like we're weird. We're different. We didn't do the things that people wanted us to do. Like being like mainstream and trying, go with the flow and now is disco, so you play, no way. We played what we wanted always.
Well, I don't know what to call it, but it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and you mix it
Well,
together, and
it
it's
is
something.
it is tropicalism. The thing is, Brazil, it is like this. I mean, Brazil was formed by the Indians, the slaves, the Portuguese, the French, the Holland, uh, Germans. It's a huge pot, but it's a fantastic thing because everything is really mixed. It's not as divided as here or in Europe. For example, now you go to France, and with all the immigration, from the colonies, like Algeria and all this stuff, it is there on their stuff. They have their streets. They don't communicate.
Segregated, huh?
No, I think they segregate the French
Right.
also.
Huh.
I mean, it is a very sinister thing that is happening, and I don't know about Germany, because Merkel opened the borders also, and there, all this stuff is getting getting to the nerves of so much right wing uh, uh, governments all over the Europe. They never could imagine this would happen when they did the euro or the how you call that, the
European Union.
European Union.
Psychedelic music is a big part of your sound too. You kept that tradition alive. I mean, from the '60s.
Yes, yes. Well, but if you think about it, for example, our first five albums, where everybody says so psychedelic, we never had any kind of sip of anything. We were just that. That's what we were. And the first time we did something with some, I think with some acid, was on A to Z, which was, I think, the last album. And then I did another one, which was Tudo Foi Feito pelo Sol, which was with another formation because Arnaldo left the band and Rita left the band. But this is something that I don't understand. Like it is like if you're in the army, right? and you're in the trenches. For me, music is like this, you know. And your buddy falls, and your other buddy falls. What do? You surrender? You stop? No, okay, so I'm not gonna uh, be in the army anymore. I'm not gonna be in the band anymore just because they left. No way. So I kept on. I changed people, and we did Tudo Foi Feito pelo Sol, which was I think the record that sold most of Os Mutantes was like amazing. And since then, I've been playing and always being faithful to what Mutantes meant to me. For example, when Rita decided to do her solo album, the entire band went and back to the hop. I didn't. I I said, what? Why the hell do you need to do another album if you have a band? I did. I could smell the what was going on behind, and of course later Rita became like the pop star that they wanted her to be. So,
It is a movement. I mean, that's what you've called it a
yes,
movement. It is a movement.
it is. Yeah, it is our reply to the. I mean, there was this huge vortex of energy in the '60s, in the '70s. All over the world, without internet, without connection. I never knew about Woodstock. I saw it on the movies. If I knew, I would have gone, and nothing would reach. Our internet was basically shortwave radio, which we were, using to listen to the BBC and Russia and everywhere, getting information, getting music, and that was a lot of things that molded us.
So, talk to me about the reunion in London.
Yes.
What happened? So everyone had gone
Oh,
sort of their separate ways. What
yeah,
happened?
that was crazy. Uh, the people from the Barbican decided to do homage uh, to the tropicalism, and somebody came to the curator and told him that, listen, this doesn't make any sense if you don't have Os Mutantes. And the guy said, well, what can I do? Os Mutantes are not together anymore. This somehow came out crooked to the press, and I started to receive like emails, phone calls, and like from Mojo magazine and saying, "Oh, you're going to be playing here again," because I just had myself as a solo artist just played in London, and uh, said, "No, I have no idea." And this suddenly people is saying, no radio stations saying that we are already rehearsing. We had no idea of anything. So we started phoning. I started phoning the guys, and we started phoning each other. And Dino, the drummer, he left the band, and he never touched anymore the drums. Like for 27, 30 years.
Oh,
Yeah. So, and he said to me, "If you want, I'll play." When he said that, was like the click. Said, "Holy God, this is serious." Because he's a phenomenal person, and he's the best drummer I've ever played with. And when he said that, I said, "Okay, so let's get together and see what happens." So we got together in my house. Of course, we made a lot of mistakes, but energy was there. And I said, "Okay, so let's do it." And Limi at the time, the bass player, said, "Oh, we have to do like 3, 4 songs." I said, "No way, we're gonna do 23." And he didn't believe, so he jumped out. I said, "Okay." So of course, I called Rita. Rita didn't want to. She said that she was becoming like a grandmother, taking care of the granddaughter, some bullshit like that. Anyway, I had 3 months to put the band together for the concert. We never had one off Broadway concert. What you see in that uh, video, in that DVD,
Yeah.
is is what happened. So it was like an amazing trip because we were working. For example, uh, I got a band together of all the people that we need. Was a 10-piece band because we needed all the orchestra and all the stuff, and so we were playing with VST instruments, like virtual orchestra sounds, but nothing was on computers or anything like that. It was performed. Everything was every note that you hear there was played. Also the vocals, everything. So we were dividing, it's like, for example, part of the kitchen, like bass player, keyboard player, and the drummer were rehearsing a place, and I was passing vocals, with the other guys in another room. So then we got together, and it was like very magical. There's a moment, I think, on the DVD that I think the vendor is there, the vendor Banhart, and some other guy that was with him, and we were there. There was nothing else to do. No, we were not. We didn't do any shows before that, and we were jumping into the Barbican. But we were. I was so certain, everything was so good that I say, okay, see you guys in the on stage.
And that was
Yeah, that was it. And then I remember, entering the stage. We had some sound problems, until the fourth song, and because somebody uh, touched my volume on my pedal board, and that changed the balance of the thing. So I was like fighting a little bit with this. Finally, I fixed the thing, and I remember entering the stage, playing. Was like a 2 hour something concert, and I remember leaving the stage because it was so intense. The moment was so intense that I don't have like a recollection. Oh, in that song we did that. Oh, I remember seeing you doing this. No, it was like pure amount of energy in the moment. It was like a acid trip.
you didn't know leaving the stage what happens next. You don't know where it goes from there. Or did
We
you know?
did. We did know that we were going to play in Los Angeles on the how you call on the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh,
We
oh,
because the Flaming Lips were fans, and they invited us to open for them, and we were going to do New York on the Webster Hall. Because when the guys found out that we were rehearsing, the guys here, Andrew Kranz and Tom Windish, they all came to us, and we started putting this together. When we finished the rehearsal, we had like, I think, 11 shows in America, and we did Pitchfork, we did My Dream, the Fillmore,
oh,
and
oh.
with,
Well,
with
you had to be the Grateful
well,
Dead.
I
Yeah.
was there in 1968 in the Fillmore,
Oh.
watching. I think it was 10 years after, or 10cc. I don't remember. But I remember seeing the poster of the show that I went and I played, and it was like, I think, one of the greatest compliments I ever received in my life. I was there, and we finished playing, and I was leaving the stage, and with this old guy from the mixing board, from the stage monitor, and he came to me and said, "One of the best leads I ever heard."
Huh.
I said, "Holy shit, that's you know, this is serious." You know, I
Yeah.
mean,
So Fillmore was
yes,
trying.
my God, this guy saw it all, and I was very humbled by that.